pony hair for you guys. Like I mentioned before, mostly so that I can put the ponies away, because they've just been sitting on my floor for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now. I don't know, but I finally whipped out the whole setup today. You are sitting on 2 Funko Pops. In case you're curious, Black Cat from Spider-Man, and Entertainment Earth exclusive limited edition Captain America: The First Avenger. It's him with the shield without any of the stuff on it, without the blue and the red and the star and everything. It's just the shield, the vibranium shield, and then Peggy Carter. Because he was making out with the blonde girl. Anyways, have I showed you this? Yes, I think maybe. Speaking of nerdy stuff, my boyfriend got me this. Well, he didn't. I feel like I've said this before. I feel like I said this in the last video. He didn't pick it up. He got me and him blind box Spider-Man bobbleheads, and this is the one I got. He glows in the dark. He's really cool. And he got a black and white one, so that's pretty cool too. Okay. Anyways, ponies. So all of these are, I think they're Gen 3, Gen 2. They're from 2002 to 2006, I believe. The sounds about right. They're these ones with the brushable hair, and all of these ponies. These aren't all of them in my collection, by the way. But all of these ponies. Oh, she's got garbage in her hair. They came with a little plastic hairbrush, similar to like Barbie dolls and stuff like that, or other like pets. a lot of toy pets came with brushes to brush their hair, so you feel like you're actually taking care of a real animal. And now, unfortunately, little kid me did quite the number on some of these ponies, and so they're in some really rough shapes. For example, no, there's some Sharpie in her hair. This is Wisteria. I don't know all of their names. I did at one point, and I recently went through and matched up all the ponies that I have with a list. And so I had all of their names, and I don't currently. I know some of them, and I'll tell you their names when I know them, but most of them aren't popular ponies nowadays. I think the only one anyone might recognize is Rainbow Dash. I have a rarity somewhere in the bunch, and Minty is kind of a fan favorite, but if you are a lot younger, you might not know Minty much because she was not in the Friendship is Magic show, which, fun fact about me, I actually didn't watch. I was a little too old at that point. But I'm gonna start brushing some pony hair while I talk about them. I don't know who to go with first. I guess Rainbow Dash. But this is gonna be a lot. Her tail is actually still there for the most part. I think I thinned it out. Probably. Because there's some shorter parts. But I went ham with scissors on these, on anything with hair. So unfortunately, that's not exactly good for like having things that still like could retain their value, but that's okay. I don't want to do anything with these ponies anyways. I want to keep them. Okay, so a lot of people with dolls and stuff. I've seen a lot of videos of people restoring old dolls or just untangling their hair and stuff like that. And it's kind of a process, and I haven't like done any of that. We are just brushing some of these out, which is kind of why I'm not doing all of them, just because I'm not doing it really the best way. But you know, and this isn't the most like convenient angle to be doing this at either, but you know, the things I do for a video. But the tail is almost good. Usually what people do is they soak doll hair in, I think it's kind of just like a conditioner and water mixture. Oh, I didn't even show you my comb that I'm going to be brushing. God, the way I'm holding onto it is so stupid looking. But Rainbow Dash tail is all good. God, this sounds so good on the Tascam. I don't have a stand for the Tascam yet, so I can't do these kinds of videos with that, but I am planning on filming just like a random video with the Tascam, and a little bit actually. Ooh. But I think in the last video I couldn't remember what these marks were called. They're cutie marks, I'm pretty sure. But oh, I should be wearing my pony bracelet for this. I do have a pony bracelet. It's Twilight Sparkle. I got me and my girl Roxy matching My Little Pony bracelets. Hers is Rainbow Dash. As I saw them at Hot Topic, and me and her had been talking about ponies for like that whole week. Kind of since I've known her. Since I found out that she liked ponies, I have associated her with ponies. Or My Little Pony, specifically. When I say ponies, I mean My Little Pony. I don't mean just like horses in general. But that too. I guess I could talk about horses while I'm doing all of this. This Rainbow Dash is looking pretty good, honestly. In case you guys were wondering where we're at with Rainbow Dash. Although on the front of her hair, I don't know if it was cut like this. I can imagine not, unless it was initially meant to like kind of go over her ear, like that. But yeah, this is what she's looking like. I don't know how their hair used to be styled. I just know that it was like wrapped around their feet, kind of like that, and then rubber banded it in. But I don't know anything about how the mane was. But anyways, so my experience with horses is actually quite it's pretty significant, quite substantial. For a long time, horses were like my thing. I started riding lessons when I was really young. I was probably in like kindergarten. But I had been riding horses probably since I could walk, I don't know. But my grandparents used to have horses, and so I kind of just grew up with them and around them. And here's Rainbow Dash. I want to like wash her body off too one day because she's really yucky. She shouldn't have these like random marks around her. But then there's her magnet. I keep those away from my computer. Just kidding, they're probably not strong enough. But next, I'll do this one. I don't know her name. If you know, please let me know. I think I may have cut her tail off. I don't know. But I'll start here. And I hope there isn't mold growing out of her tail. It could just be marker, because I do think that I did that to several ponies, but it could also be mold that I'm touching. Who knows? But yeah, horses. I loved it. I rode competitively. I did jumping. I did dressage, even though I didn't know what the hell I was doing. They just kind of said, we signed you up for the dressage competition, and I said, okay. And then I just went out there, and I remember not knowing what to do, but I just had the horse like walk back and forth. And I don't know, I think they just liked it because I was like 8 years old, maybe not even. I was probably like 6, I have no idea. But I don't know, they liked it. I won a lot of competitions. I don't know if it was ever because I was actually good, or because I was so young and so little, and people loved the way, like, they just loved the vision of like a teeny tiny little girl on this giant horse, like doing all the things. I know that I was pretty good at jumping, but I don't know. And I loved Western. Western was my favorite. I was fine with like, was it Western and like English saddle or something? I don't remember, but I just know that I loved Western because it was so much more relaxed, it was so much more casual feeling, and I felt like a cowboy. But I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about horses and like riding horses nowadays, just because I haven't done it in a really long time. I quit, I don't remember if it was 3rd or 4th grade, riding like competitively and taking lessons and things. I stopped partially because my brother was wanting to join some after school activities, and horseback riding kind of took up a lot of time, just because I would go after school. There's Tuesdays, I remember, for my lessons. Sometimes I'd go more than once, and then on the weekends I was doing competitions, I was volunteering at the barn, all kinds of things. And it's also just a really expensive sport to be involved in. So plus I thought, like, you know, my grandparents have horses. I've taken lessons. Like, I know how to ride. I don't really want to do competitions anymore. So, you know, it's not like giving up horseback riding. It's just kind of giving up the like competitive side of it and all of that. And that was fine for me. But also, the other reason I quit was because I was bucked off of this horse named Ginger twice, 2 weeks in a row. Craziness. And she was always like a super sweet, gentle horse. But yeah, I think that I don't know if we were jumping or what we were doing, but she threw me over her head once. I don't know if that was the first or second time, but she threw me over her head, and then she threw me over the back of her. And I don't know why, like, it didn't freak me out that bad. I didn't get hurt. I was really worried that I was hurt, just because, like, one of the biggest things that they tell you when you're taking lessons and stuff, like they really drill into your head like how serious getting thrown off a horse is. So it's scary. So here's her, whatever her name is. I'm kind of starting to feel like it is mold inside of her, by the way. Just a heads up, it might be. But what are you gonna do about it, you know? Did I just throw Rainbow Dash down? I don't even remember. But anyways, we'll go with this one next. No signs of mold. No visible signs of mold on this one. I don't know her name either, but I like her colors a lot, and I like the ones that are posed like this. It's super cute, and she's got a lot of hair, a full tail still attached, so really, really cool. She's got blue and almost like a teal. I don't know if you'll even be able to tell. There's 2 shades of blue in her mane, and then it's blue and purple in her tail. That's pretty cool. I think the pony tapping sounds good. But yeah, this is more of like a not whisper. I'm talking. It's more like a ramble video than actually like brushing pony hair. But I'm talking while I'm doing it, so it's not clickbait. It's not a lie. Oh, this one's really difficult. Actually, this one might have needed to be soaped. I'll do my best, but I'm not gonna like force it and rip hair out when I need to just soak it, and it'll be easier. Yeah, I think that's about all we can. I don't want to break my comb or like rip the hair out. Yeah, there might be some pieces of this that I can kind of untangle a little. But yeah, when I was a kid, I wanted a horse so badly. And like it was always my dream, my biggest dream in the whole world, to have my own horse. I was obsessed with Hannah Montana, Miley's horse, Blue Jeans, obsessed. I loved horse movies. Obviously, Spirit, my all-time favorite, or not all-time favorite movie now, but my all-time favorite movie when I was a kid. I loved that movie. I like to say that it's what got me into art as well, because the animation style of Spirit is just beautiful, and we had, I don't know if it was with every DVD or if it was just like a special edition or something, but the DVD came with like behind the scenes of the artist drawing all of the horses and drawing them in stages and everything. And I think that maybe there was even a part where it was like draw Spirit along with the artist or something. I thought that was so cool, and how they broke it down into just very simple shapes to draw the horse, like that was amazing. Super like kid friendly version of like how to draw. And I started drawing horses. I drew horses all the time. I had a very distinct style of drawing horses, very, very heavily inspired by Horseland, if anyone watched that show. Horseland had me by a chokehold when I was a kid. So, and it still kind of does whenever I'm feeling really, really awful. Like, if you guys want to know a secret, when I'm sick, or if I go through a breakup or something and I'm just like really not feeling good, or like my pet dies or something crazy like that, I will watch Horseland, all of it. All of Horseland. It's all on YouTube. I love it. I love it so much. It just brings me so much, like, I don't know, like it makes me feel so good and so connected with like my childhood self. It's great. Yeah. I don't know how much more of this one I'm gonna be able to do, just because it's getting really tough up towards the top of her head. The ends weren't so bad, but the mids and up towards the top of her, the roots of her mane are really, really hard. Man, I really didn't like brushable hair too much. I know that there's a lot of kids out there that, or not even kids now, but like a lot of people who loved the brushable hair when they were kids. I see the appeal to it, but I didn't really like brushing it, like, and it just kind of made a mess. It got everywhere, it got tangled up. I was pretty rough with my toys, that's why a lot of them haven't survived. I used to have way more ponies, because there's some that I know that I used to have, but I can't find them, and I think that they're just gone because they were torn to shreds, or I like drew all over them with markers and stuff. But here's her. I'm not going any further with that one just because I'm afraid to like rip the hairs out or break my comb. This one's also probably gonna be the same situation, but I'm gonna try anyways. She has tinsel in her hair, which is really crazy. I don't know how many ponies have tinsel. I think I have one more up here that has tinsel, but not a lot of them do. And I don't know what she is either. Her cutie mark is actually 3-dimensional, so that's fun. That doesn't... Duh, that's why I couldn't hear it, because the mic's over here. But we'll start with the tail again. She still kind of has a smell. I remember all of these ponies had a very distinct smell to them, and then some of them had specific scents. Like there were scented ponies. I don't know if all of them were supposed to be or not, but I do know that there are scented ponies because this one was coconut scented, and she's a Pegasus. I don't have any unicorns for you guys. I have 2 Pegasuses, Pegasi, who knows. Oh, this is actually not so bad right now. The tinsel kind of sounds interesting though. I spoke too soon. It's really rough up here. Maybe I'll shut up and just kind of do the ponies for a minute. Just kidding. You can get that somewhere else on a different channel. We're getting somewhere with her. I do think most of these do just need to be soaked. I was a little too optimistic when it came to these ponies. Might be as far as I'm gonna get, because I just want to like see my horseshoes up there on the wall a little bit. These I actually collected either from my grandparents' barn or the barn that I rode horses at. So I don't know if that's interesting to you, but maybe it is. I think I am gonna mess around with one more pony, and then call it a day. I don't know that I'm even gonna brush out her mane too much, just because I definitely bit off a lot more than I can chew here. That's kind of not good. This one's minty, by the way. Oh my love, I love her. Oh, she has tinsel too. What the heck? Do they all have tinsel? No, just some of them that I didn't know about, but apparently some of them have tinsel. isn't actually working. I'm just making the sounds. I'm tangling it way more. I have 2 minties of different colors as well. This one's a lot more green, the other one's a lot more light. But yeah. Minty. Super cute. She's kind of dirty. She was one of my favorites when I was a kid, so she's very well loved. Pony hair all over my desk now. Wow, that's no fun. I think that's gonna be it for this video today, just because I don't have a ton of time, and I can always do more ponies later, but I think you guys have had enough of the ponies, and I don't even know if it really sounds